Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we are reviewing, the first time ever, a OnePlus device. This is the OnePlus 5 review. And first and foremost, a shout out to GearBest who sent us this phone. If you want a OnePlus 5 at a discounted rate or another phone at a discounted rate, click the link in the description down below and we got a special discount just for you on their website. Now, let me start off by going, before we get into how fast it moves, before the photo quality, the battery life, all that stuff, let's start off with this. One, it is actually very hard to find a case for this device. That was the first thing I noticed. Again, this is the first ever OnePlus phone we ever reviewed, and the first thing I noticed was, man, this is actually very difficult to find a case for it. A good case with, slim design and protection, and I've reached out to a lot of case manufacturers and they actually told me they debate on making OnePlus cases because of their volume and sales. So that should let you know something. If you do not like the OnePlus's cases, just prepare for that. I never knew, and I never heard of any reviewer commenting on that. And I think that's a pretty important thing if you want a case. Now, of course, most of them are representing D brand, so they never really talk about it. But that's the thing that I think is a really important part, to know that there are not many cases for this device. Now, that being said, a huge part of phone is how fast it moves, how good is the screen quality, and how good is it on a day-to-day use. And the OnePlus 5 is great. It has a lot of fine-tuning too, with the ability to customize how your buttons work out. I can do a press for back, or I can hold it down and get recent apps. I like the ability that I can customize these buttons very simple and very easily, and it was a really great experience. This is definitely going to be my second daily driver. I always have two daily drivers. This is going to now be my second daily driver for all intents and purposes, just because I like the customization that you can do, and I've really gotten used to liking the phone overall. Now, what about the camera quality? If you know me, you know as a daily driver, I need to have an amazing camera, or else it's just not going to cut it and I'm going to go move on to another device. Well, this phone actually does have a really good camera. Is it the best? Does it rank up there with the iPhone and the Galaxy? Well, we have our camera comparisons coming on later this week, but I will tell you that the Galaxy is one of the hardest ones to compete against. I have not seen a phone yet this year that has been able to, and unfortunately OnePlus doesn't change that. However, its low light that you see in this photo really does do a great job of the quality. It has an amazing low light quality that it does very well in. It just does more in other areas. So for low light overall, I think it's a really great one to go by. So you have the ability to zoom in, of course, too, with the 2x zoom, although that's less good in low light, but really good for, I was at a wedding, I was able to zoom into a photo and it stood out for that. For really dark areas, it does really good actually with this sign here, and again, we'll see this in the comparison, see how other phones did to it, but it just has a little bit of noise here at the top. If I zoom in, you can really kind of tell around it, whereas other phones were able to tame that noise. So just to give you an idea of the differences of what we'll see in the camera comparison, details are really good overall. It actually beats out a lot of cameras, including some you might not expect that are more expensive than the OnePlus 5. Color reproduction is okay, not the best, and selfies are actually pretty good on this device. The front flash though isn't going to be the greatest, but you have a difference there. Overall, I think the camera quality is going to be really good and definitely better than any phone I've seen at this price point. So we'll have a comparison with the Moto Z Play, and you'll see Moto Z2 Play, and you'll see how that is. And we're still trying to get our hands on the Honor 9, so we'll be able to compare that to it hopefully by next week or 2 weeks from now. But last and not least, battery life. Battery life is average. I would say it's more comparable to a non-phablet size, which is, again, this phone is more akin to that size. It is really more of a non-phablet lasting battery. So expect more of like an S8, S7, or iPhone 7 than a iPhone 7 Plus, then an S8 Plus, just to give you an idea of how battery life is. It's average. It's not great, but it's not bad. But overall, I do find that, yes, if you definitely do use it, you're gonna drain it. I did do a video that will be coming out later this week on how to improve the battery life, because there are some tricks that will definitely help out. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe for those. Overall, would I recommend the OnePlus 5? Is it a good phone that you should definitely get? That depends on you. I think the OnePlus 5 is really good for any basic user Android. You don't need all the fluff. You don't need the water resistance, because the primary things that I think about that I'm missing with this phone is water resistance and wireless charging. Those are two big ones for me personally, but a lot of people might not care about that. A lot of people might not care about the bells and whistles. And don't forget, the OnePlus 5 has the fastest charger in the market right now. It will currently charge not 50%, but closer to between 60 and 70% with half an hour charge. So it beats everyone down by far in terms of charging your phone quickly again. So that being said, it has its own bells and whistles, but they're very stock, they're very regular. If you do need that X factor of a specific brand like Apple or Samsung, then you might want to spend the $200 extra you're going to spend for that phone. But overall, for this phone, you get a lot for your money. You definitely get a great camera, good battery life, and overall a decent phone that I think anyone would be very happy with. But is there better out there? Yes. Is there worse out there in this price point? Yes. So overall, I think the OnePlus 5 really carves into this price point very well, but it has lost a little bit of that flagship killer in my opinion. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think. Have you always bought OnePlus 5s? Have you been interested in buying them before? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.